Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm your host, Mike, and today I want to spotlight one movie in particular. This is a movie that I recently got this upgraded to Blu-ray, and it's made by one of my favorite directors of all time, and it's an upgrade from the DVD version that I had for many years, and I think it looks really good. And I'm not for sure what kind of restoration of any sort they did on it, but it looks really good. It's another great release from Warner Archive. This is a movie by Sam Peckinpah, and it's called The Ballad of Cable Hogue. And it's said that this was Sam Peckinpah's favorite movie that he ever made. It's kind of a quiet movie. It's quieter to the bombastic violence and over the top, over the topness of, say, the Wild Bunch and different stuff like this. This came a year after the Wild Bunch, and it kind of fell like it. When people think about his career, they immediately go from the Wild Bunch to, say, the Convoy or something. They don't really look in the middle there to some of those movies he made. But it was said that this was his personal favorite of the movies he made. It's a wonderful movie. It stars Jason Robards and Stella Stevens, and man, this has to be my favorite Jason Robards performance. I think I may like him better in this than in Once Upon a Time in the West. I mean, hey, change my mind, I guess you could say. But no, it's a great performance by Jason Robards, and Stella Stevens plays, I guess you could say a prostitute that ends up falling in love with Jason Robards' character. But let me read a little bit about it just to kind of fill you in. It's 1908 and the West has changed. Grizzled frontiersman Cable Hogue hasn't. Despite the fortune he's making selling water to thirsty desert travelers, he lies in wait. Someday, two no-account desert rats who long ago robbed Hogue and left him to die in the baking Arizona sand will drop by for a drink. And after the violence of the Wild Bunch, director Sam Peckinpah shifted moods with this memorable fable, less a tale of revenge than it is a lyrical, touching tribute to the last days of the West and to the West's pioneering spirit. Stella Stevens and David Warner lead an excellent supporting cast that also includes L.Q. Jones and the great Strother Martin as Hogue's old enemies. It also has a commentary by Nick Redman and a pretty cool featurette. I guess they filmed it before the DVD came out, but it's pretty much an interview with Stella Stevens, and it's called the Ladiest Damned Lady, which is something that Cable would call her in the movie and stuff. But yeah, really good. Kind of opens up with you got Cable, Strother Martin, and L.Q. Jones, and they've kind of hit a point in the desert where they've been looking for this water hole. There's supposed to be a water hole in the desert. Now, if they could find this, they could make a killing selling it to people crossing over that area of a remote desert and stuff, because it's like the only place to get water and stuff. So he basically set on this, and he finds it more or less by accident. But before he finds it, his two buddies kind of backstab him. They rob him, knock him out. I think they try to kill him, put him in, did all this stuff, and he's left alone, and he's like, I'm going to get you. So if nothing else, he's fueled by revenge that he's going to get these guys and show them that, look, I stuck it out, I made it work, blah, blah, blah. But mostly he wants that revenge. But, his thoughts of revenge get kind of get cut off here and there once he meets Stella Stevens, and they eventually fall in love, and they make a really good team together. I think it's really perfectly casted, I guess. But they work really well. It's very believable emotions between them and stuff. And it's just one of those movies you really have to see to fully feel. You know, it has a lot of warmth to it for a Sam Peckinpah movie. And I think that's why he liked it so much, that it was more who he was. You know, he wasn't this guy on the outside, the hard drinking, hard living, you know, all the things you could say about Sam Peckinpah, you know, but inside he was really, you know, a big softy basically. But don't get me wrong, this isn't like a lesser Western. It's not a lesser action movie. It has all of that, but it's got that heart in the center of it, which really makes it a movie you want to come back and watch again and again, because it just gets better with age. And Jason Robards, man, what can I say about him? I mean, he's been in various movies over the years. You know, did all kinds of different stuff. He was primarily a Broadway actor and stuff. But he's done a few roles that I like. I think in the movie called 1,000 Clowns, he's pretty good. This, and of course, Once Upon a Time in the West, plus a bunch of other movies he's been in and stuff. You know, he's been in a bunch of things. But yeah, I just want to recommend that to you guys. Just one movie to check out. I mean, if you're a Sam Peckinpah fan and you've never seen this, you have to get this. This is really good. I mean, there will be a moment where you'll put it on and be ready to watch it. You know, it's not like putting on The Wild Bunch and you know all this is going to set pieces and everything. It builds and it gets better, and you really care about the characters. I mean, I really care about Cable Hogue, you know, completing his dream, you know, making his dream, and then the way the movie ends, it's just, man, it's just one of those one of a kind movies. It's such a great movie. So I just wanted to recommend that, guys. Check that out. You know, I'm a big Western fan, Peckinpah fan, all that good stuff. But man, it's good. It's got a great cast of supporting players. It's well made, all that good stuff, and it looks great. This release looks good. So there you go. So there you go, guys. The Ballad of Cable Hogue. Write that down. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. That's just a little recommendation. This being one of my favorite movies, I guess. One of my best movies. It's hard for me to come up with favorites for some reason, but it's definitely there in special movies, I guess you could say, you know. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, let me know if you know anything about this movie and all that stuff. So you got questions, comments, whatever, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, and then I will see you guys next time with some more video releases. Later.